Well, howdy folks. Welcome to Rock Hard Riffs, guitar channel for the self-taught. Please check us out on Twitter. Today we're going to do something a little bit different, sort of different. We're going to go over the death symbols or death signs of Paul McCartney on the Abbey Road album. Now, I do believe this is the only album that they did this stuff on purpose, as far as the clues of, you know, quote unquote Paul being dead, which was, which all started. If you, I'll link it in the description, but I'll put in the Beatles Rain and Paperback Writer, and you can see that Paul has a chipped tooth and a swollen lip in those videos, and he had been in a car accident, and they were saying that he had died in it. So ever since then, that was in 66, or late 65, whatever it was, that they're saying that Paul is dead. Now, this album has clues all over it, and so does Sgt Pepper, too, and some are a little bit similar. Now, let's go over this really quickly. The famous Volkswagen. Everybody always talks about this Volkswagen. And if you can read it, I'm hoping you can. Let me zoom in instead of move in. It says 28 if on that license plate. Now, Paul's next birthday, he would have been 28 years old if he survived, quote unquote. Aha, 28 if. Now, here are some of the other symbols. Okay, John is dressed like the angel of death. Ringo is like an undertaker. Paul is wearing something like a dead man's clothes. And George is dressed like a gravedigger. Now, there are other things going on here. Look at all their steps, their feet. If you notice, John, Ringo, and George all have their left leg forward, where Paul has his right leg forward. Now, Paul is left-handed, and he is also barefoot, where they all else have shoes, so he's like a dead man. Now, also, Paul is left-handed, but he has a cigarette in his right hand. So these are all symbols of something very, very wrong with Paul. And so he must be dead. So again, John is the angel of death. Ringo is an undertaker. Paul is out of step with everybody. He's wearing raggedy dead man's clothes. He has a cigarette in his right hand when he is left-handed. And George is dressed like an or like a gravedigger. And of course, the 28 if license plate on that Volkswagen. And Paul said that that was a complete accident about the Volkswagen. Everything else was on purpose except for the bug. So, and he had tried to find that car too, and it had been parked there for weeks, I guess, and they tried to have it moved, never noticing the 28 if. And there it stayed, and there, obviously, it's in the front cover of Abbey Road. Now let's go over the back side. All sorts of clues here too. Now, if you look, you see these things that kind of look like rivet holes. If you look, they're in the shape of a 3. 3 Beatles. And if you look to the right, in that woman's small of her back, you see a shadow that kind of looks like a skeleton or a skull facing the right. Okay? So it looks like a skull. Now here we go with the other stuff. Now if you look in the S, there's a crack in the S in Beatles. That means there's a flaw or something is wrong with the Beatles. And again, 3 Beatles. Crack in the S, something wrong. Somebody's died. Okay, now Abbey Road, in the word Abbey Road. If we look at the O, there is a little chip out of the O at the very bottom. Now, just like Sgt Pepper, Paul is the only one in the band without an O in his name. Unless you count Richard Starkey. But Ringo, there's an O in there, there's no denying it. John, George, and Ringo. Paul McCartney, James Paul McCartney, his full name, there's no O in there. So again, there's a crack in the O. Now, if you look at Sgt Pepper, you see the same thing. Now, I did another video on the unboxing of the 50th anniversary of Sgt Pepper. I'll link that in the description as well if you want to watch that. It's one of my videos, of course. And very soon, I've got a whole bunch of Beatle bootlegs. And I'll be going over those. I'll do videos on those pretty soon too. So again, that's all I remember from the backside of Abbey Road. Now, there could be stuff that I'm missing. There's always that chance. If you know it and I have omitted it or forgotten it, please mention it in the comments. So again, that's a crack in the O. There's a flaw, something wrong with an O. Paul's the only one without the O. There's a crack in the S. Excuse me, something wrong with the Beatles. 3. Beatles. Skull. And then again, the front side. Angel of Death, Undertaker, Dead Man, Out of Step, Wrong Hand, Barefoot, George, the Gravedigger, 28F license plate. I don't think there are any other clues on the front. So, alright folks, if you like this type of video, please let me know in the comments. Again, this is a newer channel. This is a guitar clinic type of channel. It's guitar discussion, rock and roll, that type of thing. If you're into it, please watch it. All you have to do is just click on my name there, Rock Hard Riffs, or on the Flying V, and that'll take you directly to my channel. And then just click on videos and peruse through and see if there's anything you like there. And if you do, please subscribe. Really appreciate it. Please share. Please like. Please comment. Thanks again for visiting Rock Hard Riffs, and you all have a fantastic day. Whoa, 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 whoa.